Hello! Welcome to the channel of Mymedpharm.info, a knowledge hub for medical translators and writers. Today we will talk about the terms clinical trial and clinical study. Are they synonyms or not? Let's see how regulatory authorities interpret these terms. According to the European Regulation number 536/2014 on clinical trials on medicinal products for human use, clinical study means any investigation in relation to humans intended to discover or verify effects of one or more medicinal products, to identify any adverse reactions to such products, or to study the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion of one or more medicinal products. And all of this with the objective of ascertaining the safety and/or efficacy of those medicinal products. Basically, it means that a clinical study is conducted to investigate the safety or efficacy of one or more medicinal products by studying their desirable or undesirable effects or their pharmacokinetics. If you'd like to look at the regulation and the exact definition, follow the link in the description. Also note that this definition mentions all medicinal products, not only experimental or investigational ones. The same regulation also states that clinical studies can be non-interventional, like observational studies. As for the clinical trial, it is defined as a clinical study that fulfills any of the following conditions. The subject is assigned to a particular treatment strategy in advance, and this strategy does not fall within normal clinical practice. Or the decision to prescribe the investigational medicinal product is taken together with the decision to include the subject in the clinical trial. Or diagnostic or monitoring procedures, in addition to normal clinical practice, are applied to the subjects. Again, you can read the exact definition and the whole regulation by following the link in the description. So, clinical trials can involve experimental or investigational medicinal products, and they are always interventional. The interventions can include both treatment and diagnostic or monitoring procedures. Now, it's interesting that the good clinical practice treats the terms clinical study and clinical trial as synonyms. It says that a clinical study or a clinical trial is defined as any investigation in human subjects intended to discover or verify the clinical, pharmacological, or other pharmacodynamic effect of an investigational product, or to identify any adverse reactions, or to study pharmacokinetics of an investigational product, with the objective of ascertaining its safety and/or efficacy. You can see that this definition refers only to investigational products and does not cover non-interventional research. What about the FDA? The US Food and Drug Administration also considers clinical trial to be a clinical study that involves an intervention and can involve investigational products. To recap, clinical trial is always interventional and may involve an investigational medicinal product. A clinical study can be both interventional and non-interventional. Also, strictly speaking, if a clinical research matches the criteria of a clinical trial, it should not be called a clinical study. Thank you for watching. Which terms would you like to explore next time?